Today we're going to talk about why it's hard to stay emotionally sober in a microwave results culture. Right now. Greetings and welcome to the October 26th Emotional Sobriety Podcast Daily Reflection from the language of letting go, reflections on codependency. Today, October 26th, the topic is clarity. I know better than to not trust God, but sometimes I forget. When we're in the midst of an experience, it's easy to forget that there's a plan. Sometimes all we can see is today. If we were to watch only 2 minutes in the middle of a movie, it wouldn't make sense. It would be a disconnected event. If we were to watch a weaver creating a tapestry for only a few moments, focusing only on a small piece of their work, it would not look beautiful. It would look like a few peculiar threads randomly placed. How often we use that same limited perspective to look at our own lives, especially when we're going through a difficult time. We can learn to have perspective when we're going through those confusing, difficult learning times. When we're being pelleted with events that make us feel, make us think, make us question. We're in the midst of learning something important. We can trust that something valuable is being worked out in us. Something valuable is being worked out in us. Even when things are difficult, even when we can't get our bearings, insight and clarity don't come until we have mastered our lessons. Faith is like a muscle. It must be exercised to grow strong. Meditation. Today, I'll trust that the events in my life aren't random. I'm going through what I need to go through to learn something valuable. Something that will prepare me for the joy and love I am seeking. What goes along with the big book 417, right? Acceptance is the answer. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems, 417. Today when I'm disturbed, it's because I find some person, place, or thing or situation, some fact in my life unacceptable to me, and I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it's supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Until I can accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept that life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as to what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Thinking about what I said about just if you would just watch a single scene from a movie without the context, it's already not going to make sense. And that's how, if we just look at the results in this moment or this today, in the grand picture of what is being done in our lives, in our recovery, in our relationships, if we just look at this little moment, we get so wound up and stressed out in our hearts with that microwave. I need it right now, right meow. We're gonna get stressed out. But it's like a piece of art. I do graphic design, and I'll work with customers, and they'll come with their idea and they'll explain it to me, and I'll see it in my head. Once I'm doing it for them and they can watch me do it, they'll be like, oh, but what about, and I'm like, hold on, just give it a second. I know where we're going. There's a plan. It's like a teenager. It's just going through its awkward phase. It's going to get there. Trust me. And it's got to be the same way with God. I'm trying to think I know the time frame. I know the sequence of events because that's the best way it's going to work out. Delusional to think that I know better than God's plan, that I can work it all out, right? It's not the case. It doesn't work. When things work out, when my heart actually finds the peace, is when I will do something for somebody else, not out of a place of codependency, but out of a place that is grounded, out of love, out of genuine help and care, not because I need to fill a void. And when I do something for somebody else, and I put my heart and my mind and my actions into service, and I focus on that, those things have a way of working themselves out. Because then I know it wasn't me. And that was my higher power taking care of it. And then my ego doesn't get in the way. So like, for example, today's my belly button birthday. And I went to dinner tonight and something just kind of unraveled, something that I had been praying for. And it just kind of came naturally. And something I've been praying about, thinking about, just happened naturally. It's something that's really healthy, really positive. That's going to be beneficial for me and my relationships. Just my ability to progress in recovery and in everything going forward in my life. And if I try to orchestrate that the way that I think was best, it wouldn't happen. or it would have gone sideways. But it just happened, and it was awesome. I'm so grateful for that. So, if you're struggling right now, you're stressed out about, well, why isn't this working out? How is this going to go? I don't know. I'm so stressed out. I'm worried about the result. This is why I encourage people to do a gratitude journal. Do a daily gratitude journal, or when something good happens, put it down, write it down. That way, when things get rough later, you can come back and read that and look at how God was moving in your life in the past, and there'll be a common thread, and God's going to do it again. He always does if we surrender and we let Him. That's it. We have to get out of the way. Surrender our heart. Whatever that feeling is, it's okay to feel it. Now that we're not drowning our sorrows with alcohol or whatever drug you're using in your addiction, now we can surrender our heart. We can give it over to God peacefully. Like, all right, I give this to you. Please handle this situation for me. I don't know how to handle it. And then it finds a way to work itself out without me getting in the way. Because let's say, if you knew the end of a movie, would you watch it? You might mess it up if you did know what the result was going to be. You might actually get in the way of making that result happen. So work on yourself. Work on what needs to change inside of myself. And then those other things will work its way out. The people that I love and I care about, I want the best for them. I do. But man, sometimes, even in my best intention, I can get in the way. We say, just praying for the knowledge of God's will and the ability to carry it out. That's all I want. Because ultimately God knows what's going to make me happiest and what's going to fulfill me in my life. And the same goes to everyone who's in recovery. Sometimes we have wounds from our past, from our earthly families, that cause us to not really trust that other people have what's best for us, or relationships, or coworkers, or friendships, or a random car driving down the street that cuts us off. We can have trust issues because of that. And that's why we bring those resentments to God, and we work through the steps, and that way we can have a clean, clear slate to get the message clear. So, I hope this message helped you today. If you know somebody that it might help, share it with them. Thank you for listening, and pray you have a great day and you stay emotionally sober and be good to yourself.